Hey storytellers, this is Author Culture, a quick dive into stories, how they connect with readers, and how we can build sustainable success as authors. Each week we start with a story, explore it a bit, pull out something for you to chew on, whether it be an action item, a tip you can implement now, or an awesome bit of encouragement, and then send you on your way. And if you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed on Substack, on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And also, sharing is caring. So if you have found this podcast helpful, useful, encouraging, all of those things, please do feel free to share those episodes around so other authors can also benefit. Now, today's story is about air. You know, oxygen, the thing that you can't see without special equipment, unless you have superpowers that I'm not aware of, but it's there. And you know air is there because you're breathing it right now. At least, I kind of hope you are. I really do recommend breathing. But the thing is, we can take air for granted because it's always there. I mean, unless you have asthma, or a really bad cold, or panic attacks, or some other illness, or unless you live in an area with really poor air quality, then you notice air. But otherwise, it's just that invisible thing that goes in and out of your lungs. Fun fact, when I taught high school English at a small Christian school, I would encourage the students toward gratitude. Now, these were high schoolers, and it would be 8:30 in the morning, so many of them were not feeling it. And privately, I totally got it. Not a morning person here, but outwardly, so I was like, okay, let's show some gratitude. And then I would say, okay, what about air? Because breathing is good, so you can be thankful for air. And they'd be like, I guess that's fair. And then toward the end of the year, some of them would be like, okay, Mrs. Ippolito, thank God for air. It was kind of like a joke after a while, even though it was also legit and is legit. And the thing is, similarly to how we take air and oxygen for granted, we can easily take for granted our ability to simply communicate with others, especially on the scale that we can right now as authors. You can write a book and someone on the other side of the world can buy it and read it without it costing you anything. And I mean, I recommend that you have an editor. I recommend that you get a good cover design, all of that, but you technically can go through the whole process and someone else can buy that book and it doesn't have to cost you a thing. You can also write a blog post and people in other countries can have it translated and they can read it. Like, that is insane. This is not something that has happened at any other time in history. I can sit at my desk in a corner of my living room, typing out a blog post, and you can read it hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of miles away. I'm recording this blog post into a podcast at my dining room table right now in late November, and you can listen to it at any time, day or night, as long as, the file is still online and I haven't taken it down. This is the communication air that we breathe now. This is the world we live in. And of course, it's easy to get discouraged because as soon as you think about people reading your work or listening to your voice, then you can easily start thinking, but what if it could be more? What do I do for more readers or more listeners? Aren't I entitled to more? How can I optimize for more? Shouldn't I be getting more? Or maybe that's not you. Maybe that's just what the ads are trying to convince you of before you buy another writing or marketing course or tech course or one of those easy, quick how-to courses. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a broader reach of your words. There is zero wrong with wanting to optimize and market your books. Seriously, I'm a huge fan of helping you find your readers because books are amazing and should be read. And quick aside to those of you who are listening to this around Black Friday 2025, yes, I have Black Friday deals. Yes, they're on my website. Just go to jiauthor.com/deals and you can find them all there if that's something that you're interested in. But back to communication. The thing is, those wide open gates to communication also means there can be a lot of varying quality of communication and a lot of misinformation and a lot of slop, both written by humans and by AI. So overall, we get it. Right now, mass communication like books, podcasts, blog posts, etc. is like air. It's everywhere and it's easy to take for granted or even get annoyed about. I mean, I don't think you really get annoyed by air, but certainly we can get inundated with all the communication these days and, annoyed with all the expectations and tech issues and all of that. But paring everything back down to the basics, you get to write a book and put it out there for someone else to read without gatekeepers. You get to create blog posts or videos or podcasts and put it out there for someone else to listen to. And that is fantastic and worth being thankful about, even when there can be all these extra things attached to it, like tech issues and story issues and marketing conundrums and all of that stuff. It's still worth being thankful for those opportunities. And I don't think we should be taking that for granted, even when it can all seem like a lot. So I thank God for air. I thank God for writing books and the readers who enjoy them. And I thank God for you, the person reading this blog post or listening to this podcast. Your existence is fantastic. Also, just a friendly reminder that if you are looking for sustainable author success that helps you connect the books that you love to write with readers who will also love them, check out jiauthor.com/deals and have a look at my courses, including the Blurb Your Story Toolkit, the Marketable Story Prep Toolkit, and the Marketable Editing Accelerator. These are all designed to give you encouragement, tips, and practical plans for moving forward in your own way, in a way that makes sense for you, for your story, to connect with more readers, to make writing and marketing easier, and to help you reach your finish line. Now go forth and be awesome.